Yo, what up, guys? How's it going? Team builder, yeah, video thing that you guys tend to watch and enjoy and roast my Pokemon knowledge on. So we have a new overlay. It's nice and clean. Also gonna use it for battles, but I got a lot of complaints about my overlays when it comes to the team builders. So music has been included, and I also have a nice little overlay and a cool question of the day. I was gonna do quote of the day, but question of the day is, which Pokemon on John's team would look great in a pair of yoga pants? So feel free to put that in the comment section below. My vote, Explode. You know, honestly, dude's pretty thick. 2 C's, man. Explode would rock some yoga pants. But here's my team, here's John's, so let's go ahead and go through. All of his 11 Mons are scattered throughout the overlay here. He has a very bulky, scary team. Has some Volt Turn options in Rotom / Incineroar, and then Spinner in Tentacruel, along with Hazards in that, and Rosalia. Nobody wants to take a Specs Boom Burst from Explode. Type Null is there. Sylveon's just a pain in the butt to deal with. I think Excavalier probably also gets U-Turn. It's Bug type, I would imagine. So plenty of U-Turn, Volt Switch options in his team, which apparently is John's like go-to meta. Mamoswine's there as a rocker. He's just got this team has just Hazards, Rocks, Utility, Cleric, bulky offensive, and then on top of all of that, you have Mega LATIOS to deal with. So, if my sets look a little unusual, that's why it's there. That's what they were built for. So yes. Hitmontop is going to start off, or Toph, or actually rather Sokka, to start off my team here in particular. Intimidate, Leftovers, Sucker Punch for the Latios, Rapid Spin to deal with all the hazards that I just mentioned, Close Combat for Terrakion, Mamoswine, and Type Null, as well as Explode. Full defense. So you've either run Hitmontop like stupid offensively or stupid defensively. We decided to go defensively with some, and still have it hit super hard-ish. Nothing really wants to take a close combat. It's stab, it's powerhouse, it's just really strong and well calced. Impish nature, and yeah, so then, and male, because Sokka's male, we went their avatar theme, as you guys are aware. Toxic to sling those out, poison some stuff, mainly, hopefully Sylveon to put it on a bit of a timer, because that thing with Wish Support and Protect can just get beyond annoying to deal with. The only person, he has 2 Mons on his team that can eat a Toxic, so can't really freely sling those. But yeah, moving on to Mega Scissor. Adamant Technician, Mega Scissor, had the option to either run it with a Z Crystal or Mega. Our Z Crystal is Psychium Z, so we will always be running this thing Mega Scissor if it comes. And there's no real benefit to not Mega-ing. So Swords Dance, Roost, Bug Bite over U-Turn. Just hits a little bit harder, especially for the Latios. And the Bullet Punch as well. So just your standard high HP. Didn't really feel like it needed more attack than that. I was really afraid of HP Fire this week from a lot of his Pokemon, so I thought for sure it was something to concern myself with in the regard of being really afraid of HP Fire. So a little bit of health, probably should have put some, and then special defense as well to deal with that. Then we have Toph. This was Lynn, obviously. you know, steel type. Haha, yeah, from Korra. Toph, we have Doug Trio, Sashed, Arena Trap, EQ, Sucker Punch again for LATIOS, Stealth Rock, and Memento. So this thing can either work in two different ways. It can either be a lead to drop rocks and Memento his lead in, and gets me guaranteed and gets rocks up. Save it in the back and drop it in once Tentacruel is dead. Keep it fully healthy, get rocks up late game once Tentacruel's gone, and whittle down his entire team there. Primarily his switch-ins on Incineroar, which is his direct answer to my Victini. Because AV Incineroar, even at like full Victini, eats it at like, I think a banded Victini still only does 40% to a AV Incineroar V-Create. How you doing? What's this? My dog. Lots of pets. Yeah, I know. Nobody's paying attention to you. I'm sorry. Or with the Arena Trap and EQ, it kind of like would force him to run Shed Shell on some Mons, so he doesn't get like self-recovery on Roserade or his Tentacruel. And then, so the other function of this thing would be late game coming in and pretty much just cleaning up. Bring it in on like Incineroar, bring it in on something it can't. Well, Incineroar can swap out with a U-turn. It comes in on a heavily whittled down Incineroar and cleans up from there. Speed. Okay. All right, buddy. Dear God. Sorry I stopped petting you for half a second. But yeah, that's that. Right. I gotta click. All right. Can you relax? Look at this dude. Titan, what are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? You're such a good boy, buddy. What a pain in the butt. Then we brought Primarina. Thought about HP Fire. This team went through some changes. So initially was Torrent with Hydro Pump. Swap that out for Liquid Voice, Hyper Voice, especially since potentially could worry about some subs on a couple of his Pokemon. Hyper Voice would go through, and it turns into water type moves with Liquid Voice. Moonblast is there for the LATIOS answer. Assault Vest again for the LATIOS answer, and also a surprise answer to Tentacruel, especially if it's weak. Psychic can really dish out some damage there. Icy Wind to try and slow something down on his team. Icy Wind was the debatable one. I had HP Fire in case you brought a Escavalier, but I realized like if Escavalier doesn't come, that's a completely wasted move. In the fact that anything that HP Fire would do damage to, you say the Roserade, the Psychic does just as much damage. So it's kind of wasted there. I mean, I could potentially get the burn with HP Fire. But, right, does every fire move have a chance to burn? I don't know. That feels like that's wrong. But, yeah, I think that's wrong. I think that's 100% wrong. So Psychic was definitely the better choice there. So, full HP, defense investment, and then special attack investment to make sure it stays as an answer to LATIOS, the Tentacruel potentially as well, and Mamo and Incineroar, Terrakion. So like this thing needed to stay alive, and it answers a lot of things. Icy Wind slows down some things on the switch in. If I knew something was going to be coming in that was fast, aka Tentacruel, to deal with this, I could either rip the Psychic or I could hit the Icy Wind and pivot out into something that normally wouldn't outspeed it, and go from there. So finally brought another, again this week, Scarfed Victini. Potentially going to run this thing banded or charcoaled in the future. There's a lot of options with a base 100 like Victini. Speed investment is literally just enough to make sure that if he brings Scarfed Rotom, that I outspeed it. So just enough there. Full attack investment, and then as well as a little bit of HP investment. So, and then just physically offensive U-turn, bolt strike, V-create, and then a Zen headbutt as answers to some coverage there. And then the beautiful, wonderful cough. So this was our big thing. I thought about bringing Psychium Z Zerk again with coverage. And then decided that if he brought Terrakion and I needed another potential answer to Latios with Hex and potentially a Will-O-Wisp, boosted Hex as well. Knockoff to get rid of some items, especially Shed Shells would be great and huge too. So knockoff, Will-O-Wisp, Hex, Pain Split. So I have a physically defensive wall in Cough, and then I have a specially offensive wall in my Primarina. So that's my team. That's my squad. Shorter than usual because I think you guys know the threats of his team, and this is just me reiterating why I'm bringing what I'm bringing versus his potential squad. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed these team builder videos. I'm going to try keeping them going. Please remember there is no P4G this weekend, so I'll try to get some different videos up instead, but there will be no P4G as we are on a bye week due to Pokey Aim's wedding slash honeymoon. So we are on a bye week for that. So feel free to check out some of the other videos going up on our channel. Titan, you want to say goodbye? Oh, yes, he does. And that's it for me, guys. Peace out. Until next time, you sexy, gorgeous, beautiful, wonderful gaming legends out there. Take care.